the plan. Tennis.
Okay, welcome to Mad 7 Critics. This is going to be the first review for the new film Tenet. Just going to be talking about initial thoughts about the acting, directing, and overall experience watching the film. I just watched it in theaters and I had a great time watching it. Overall good experience. This will not be a full video, so no need to worry about any spoilers. Now, I have to say I am very impressed with Nolan and his ability to create such great films. This movie was just another reminder of his well-built reputation and talent. I think it's safe to say at this point that if a movie has his name anywhere on it, people will pretty much go and see it. And not only did he direct this movie, but he also produced and wrote it. And while I was watching the movie in theaters, it was hard for me to find anything wrong with it at all. And like Inception, he has crafted yet another spectacular movie filled with twists and turns and a very interesting concept. Now, many have asked me if Tenet is like Inception, and really the only thing that I find that the two movies really have in common is that they're both Nolan films and are about very interesting concepts that can get a little confusing to understand. With Inception, it was the idea of entering into one's mind through their dreams, while Tenet is more about time travel with a bit of a twist. I say that because this isn't your typical time traveling movie where the main character somehow travels back and forth or somehow found himself in a predicament in a different time era. This is definitely a different movie and a different approach to a time traveling concept, which is why it can get a little confusing. The only movie that I can think of that can come barely close to it is Predestination by Michael and Peter Spierig starring Ethan Hawke. But other than that, it's not like Inception at all. Or maybe that if you like the idea and story and concept of Inception, well, you're definitely going to want to go see Tenet. Now, aside from the plot and screenwriting, the film is filled with action-packed scenes, from single combats to military battles, as you can see from the trailer. And it also goes really well with the plot. It's very exciting trying to keep up with all the action that the movie has, while at the same time trying to follow Nolan's take on time travel. As the movie develops, you find yourself having more and more questions, but not because it's confusing or there's something wrong with the film, but because you begin to notice a lot of the little details left throughout the movie, and you start to understand exactly what's been going on from the moment you started watching it. Nolan did this intentionally, and he did it very well, and it's gonna make you want to watch the movie a second time, and believe me, you're gonna want to do so. This is the kind of movie that you're gonna have to watch multiple times to really appreciate and understand what Nolan did and what he's trying to do with the film. So make sure you pay attention from the beginning of the movie, because if not, you're gonna get lost, which is why I went to the movie without my wife. But seriously, nothing makes me more mad than when there's someone in the movie theater who's watching the movie but not paying too much attention, easily getting distracted, and is constantly asking questions and making a ruckus. But needless to say though, the more you watch the movie, the more and more you're going to notice there's a lot more going on, with the ending leaving you with mind-blowing experiences that's going to make you want to rewatch the movie. I also have to say that the cast was well selected, and have done a really good job creating something really unique. Now, I haven't seen many of John Washington or Elizabeth Debicki's films, but they did do very well in their roles as actors, especially John Washington, playing the lead role as the protagonist. And after seeing John in action, I'm definitely going to go back and see the other movies that he's been in the past. I really think he's made his papa proud. Kenneth Branagh usually does take part in good projects such as Thor, Harry Potter, and Dunkirk, and he did fine work as the main villain in this movie. He's a very talented actor and did very well keeping things interesting for the movie. There's really nothing much more to say about Kenneth, except that I think his work pretty much speaks for himself. Now lastly, Robert Pattinson has come a really long way from playing his role as a glittering vampire. And though many will argue that Twilight was Pattinson's big break, he's often said or expressed that it's not really the movie that he wants to be known for, even though that's pretty much the case. I've often wondered about Pattinson's role in other films, but with this one, I can honestly say that as part of the supporting actor has not only gotten me excited to rewatch Tenet, but it's also getting me excited to see him as the Batman, which hopefully will come out next year provided that production continues and that everything will go smoothly with everything else going on in the world. Now, the characters are portrayed differently depending on the time and place of the movie, so it's really impressive on how the film has come together. I really think that Tenet has the potential to have multiple sequels, which is another reason why it's different than Inception, because as good as Inception was, it was not the right kind of movie to add sequels to it, and in my opinion, if they had done that, it would have tainted the quality of an already classic film. So if you're looking for a good movie theater experience that's going to keep you at the edge of your seats, then go and watch Tenet. And remember guys to comment on this video and let me know what you think, and like always, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Also, if there's anything you want me to check out and review, feel free to let me know in the comments below, or you can comment on my Twitter account. Thanks for watching. I'm out.